Bitcoin ETF inflow. Yesterday, positive, just barely. But BlackRock, of course, leads the way, 108 million inflow. We had a couple outflows that kind of negated the whole thing, but still, BlackRock is turning things around. Now, what about ETH? ETH yesterday, not so good. Even BlackRock sold all around 127 million outflow, so ETH still a little shaky at this point. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Wall Street seems to be not so sure about ETH anymore. You know, just a few months ago, I remember the inflows were massive for ETH. Now they're like in, out, in, out. It's not really on the plus side anymore. Not so much. Maybe because people are waiting for these next spot ETFs to come out soon. And we know they are around the corner. One's for Solana, XRP, Cardano, Sui, AVAX, Doge, you name it. But one thing's for certain, when you do have, so you could chart it, when you have a lot of outflow from ETFs, that's usually a signal for like a bottom. You could see the red, and what follows the red, good pumps, right? So it's kind of like, it's just, you know, nothing goes up forever. We know that. It's not going to be green forever. It's not just go do this without any dips along the way. Actually, dips are good. They're buying opportunities. You don't want to always buy with a higher price. That's not actually a good thing. So this is showing that, yeah, we went through our little outflow, little dip, but we're ready. We're ready to make a new high for Bitcoin. The fundamentals are still growing. The conditions are going to get better. Here's something. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon's still not a big believer in anything crypto. But JP Morgan is going to let clients use Bitcoin and Ether as collateral for loans. That's great. That's great. I thought that was already, I guess that's legal now, but I just thought it was already embraced by many banks, but I guess not. And then also, Peter Schiff. I don't know why we give so much attention to Peter Schiff. Honestly, he has made a living shitting on Bitcoin, and yet all the Bitcoiners fall for this shtick. And then like we give him more attention. If he was just focused on gold and never talked about Bitcoin, no one would know who he is. People only know him because of an anti-Bitcoin guy. It's so weird that we give so much attention to a guy that pretends like he hates Bitcoin. But anyways, CZ's going to challenge him to a debate because even though Schiff hates Bitcoin and crypto, he's coming out with a tokenized gold product. Guess what? It's a RWA play. It's a crypto play. But anyways, now he's debating who should moderate this. Joe Rogan, Elon, or Tucker. He's not that famous, okay? None of these guys are going to be moderating this. So anyways, I don't know why so many people give him so much attention, but we'll see. And he's debating CZ. All right, what else? Australian crypto adoption outpaces US. Data shows. I do have a lot of Aussies that are watching, right? The time difference makes it difficult, but I do know Australians love barbecues and love crypto. I don't know why. I just make that stupid joke every time I talk about Australians. I don't know if that's actually true. But yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. Moving on, let's look at some charts here. Michael Van de Pope, I think that's how you say his last name, says that if we break through 112, we will get all-time high in November. I think it's just a matter of time. I mean, come on. I don't think anyone thinks that Bitcoin is going to stay below 112 forever. Okay, it's temporary. Bitcoin moves very fast, very suddenly, and we'll get through this and we won't even remember. We have gone through periods like this before. It's not like we haven't. I mean, even if you look at this chart and you go back to September, we had the same situation happen. We were stuck below, what, 112 for like a month. And then we broke out, right? It's like these little small dips mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. But when you zoom out, right? You zoom out, you see, you get confirmation of that. You don't notice the small dips. You may notice big dips, but what happens after these big dips, we bounce. In this case, this is the 50-week EMA, SMA, and you can see Bitcoin loves to use it as a bottom. And it bounces from there. But again, since this is going out like 5 years, you don't realize when you look at this, some of those like bounces took 6 months before it happened. And people are just, people are forgetful. People forgot that we saw that earlier this year. We saw that last year. We saw the year before that. So now, even though we're at where we are, people are like so depressed about it, even though we have seen way worse just like a few months ago. People have short-term memories. Again, we will get through this. Not going to be a problem. And this one is predicting that, hey, we're going to have some bullish momentum. So we will. We will. It's really that simple. All right, what else? Fidelity adds support for Solana. I think I covered this the other day, but still, it's very important. It's very important to have a big, large asset manager, right? Not only support crypto, but now allowing for Solana purchasing. So that means if you have an IRA on Fidelity, you could buy Solana now. Besides just Bitcoin and ETH, that's huge. That's huge. And of course, Solana ETFs are coming right around the corner. What else? I mentioned, Sui. Sui's go get an ETF, but with staking, at least from 21 shares, right? That's going to be the new trend. After we get a whole bunch of ETFs, you're going to have ETFs with staking rewards, which basically like becomes dividends, which is even better, right? So that's going to be the new thing with ETFs. I don't know if there's more like complexity to it, but that's it. All right. Lastly, this is a big deal for Solana and for Clash.